I wanted to change gears just a bit. Some of the criticism of John McCain is that he's out of touch with kind of quote-unquote regular Arizonans because of his wealth and his position. And you come from family money, and I'm just wondering, how are you any different?
John McCain's out of touch with Arizonans because he doesn't visit with Arizonans. John McCain is more committed to traveling across the country giving speeches about what he doesn't do for Arizona than serving us here at home.
Well, and how do you address people, though, that say, you're from California, you've lived here for a long time, but that you're not really in touch, perhaps, with the day-to-day working Arizonans?
Well, I moved to Arizona at the age of 19. I've been here my entire adult life. I came here to go to school.
A lot of your answers feature John McCain. Are you running against John McCain? Are you trying to convince voters to vote against John McCain or for Rodney Glassman?
Both. This is a job interview for a 6-year irrevocable employment contract to serve the residents of Arizona. And if you look at my business background,
I met Rodney probably 10 years ago. At the time, I guess his family had given him an ice rink to manage. Here, cut your teeth on this, learn how to be a businessman. And it appears that things were not going very well. And Rodney started making appointments with council members, trying to convince them to buy it from them and take it over and make it part of Parks and Rec. And it was disturbing to me because it was a situation where someone had made a bad business decision. And instead of learning from it, sucking it up, owning it, he tried to figure out how to pawn it off on somebody and get bailed out. And he was happy to try and get the people of Tucson, the taxpayers, to bail out a bad business deal, leave his family whole, and have taxpayers holding the bag on huge subsidies to an ice rink on the Far East Side.
if you look at my service as an elected official, if you look at my military experience, my limited military experience, that's what my campaign is about.
We may have some people who don't know you watching the program and saying, gee, he's a young guy. I mean, is he qualified to be a U.S. Senator? What do you say to those people?
I have a track record of community service. I have a track record of serving constituents. And Bill, as you know, when I ran for city council, I made some very specific commitments. Rainwater harvesting on new construction, solar-powered water heating plumbing on new development, gray water plumbing, opening schoolyards up and turning them into parks. So going back to the analogy of the job interview, going back to the analogy of looking for that 6-year irrevocable employment contract, I have a track record of making commitments and getting them done. And many of the residents of Tucson who supported me, over 60% when I ran for city council, are the residents that can serve as my references, that when I make a commitment, I keep that commitment and I'm able to accomplish my goals. And that's why I urge everyone to visit www.rodneyglassman.com.